The time now on Energy FM is now 11:30 a.m. and you are now tuned into Energy FM with me, Phylea, and my co-host Nick Razzle Dazzle Andrew. And we have a special guest for you, and it is the man himself of the morning, which is Mario Evon, like we promised, or Millennial Mover for the morning.
I want to say welcome, of course, to our special guest. You heard it, the man himself, Mr. Mario Evon. And we dub this segment Millennial Movers. And this is one of the men who is actually holding it down right here in Jamaica and doing his thing and making a big mark indeed. Good morning and welcome to Mario. How are you doing this morning?
Morning.
Are we hearing him live? All right, let's bring him up a little bit.
Morning, how wanna do?
Oh, we're doing well, Mario.
Thank you for bringing me in here.
Still trying to get Mario alive on the microphone right now. But come over. We'll share the microphone in the meantime. No problem. Of course, we just took you out of the segment with the world beat and the world beat, yes, and the African and soca mixed together. So we're going to be keeping it in the mix with the Jamaican music. And who better to introduce to you than one of the young men in Jamaica who holds it down with the Jamaican rhythm. Again, we say good morning to Mario. How are you doing? Say hello to Jamaica.
Jamaica, big up yourself. Energy FM to the team. Thanks.
All right, it's great to have you in studio, Mario. Now, we know you because we have seen you so many times on the television set, yes, performing all over Jamaica and doing your thing. What would you say is the biggest stage that you have had the opportunity to perform on?
Wow, it kept changing, you know. I would say at first it was Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival. I did small stage, I did main stage a couple years back. But maybe one of the biggest ones would have been Showtime at the Apollo in Harlem, New York.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
How did that go?
Well, they had 4 rounds. I won the first 2 rounds, and in the end I came third. I think a Michael Jackson impersonator won, but boy, amazing. I used to watch the show growing up, so it was kind of interesting seeing the show come to life in my life, you know.
In case you don't know Jamaica, Mario Evon is one of the top young recording artists in Jamaica. But not only is he in music, but he is also a medical doctor. Before we get into the music story, because there's so much that you need to talk about, so much Jamaica doesn't even know about what you do in music, let's talk about your experience, how you started as a medical student, and of course, venturing into the field of medicine eventually. How did that start?
I mean, the short stories that coming up, I liked sciences. My father is actually a gynecologist. So I had the influence in my house, yet they weren't forcing me to do it. So, I mean, I was kind of guided in that path. And, you know, traditional Caribbean culture, we try to get degrees and these things.
Is there anything specific in the medical field that you do?
I'm currently a general practitioner because music is my other passion and specializing isn't really the focus right now.
I got you. Okay, so we talked about your music. You started out on the talent stage for Jazz Festival, graduated, of course, to the main stage. But even with all of that, I would say that one of the biggest stage that you have been on is actually auditioning for The Voice.
Right. Well, all right. The truth is that I never made it to the main stage, and I've done a couple of auditions while I was in the US.
Yes.
And the way how they work is you kind of have a cattle call. Tons of people come in, they narrow down. You come into a room sometimes, 10 people audition, and they may take you or leave you. So I auditioned in New York, and in my room they didn't take any of us. It was 10 of us.
Wow.
And I was same year that test an audition.
Right.
So sometimes I think they know what they're looking for, and sometimes maybe you're just not the cut.
And
but
that's all right.
You keep moving, you know?
And that's all right. You keep moving. And talking about moving, as a matter of fact, you actually moved to the States for a very short time. And experience.
Yeah, man. Berklee College of Music. Crazy experience. One of the top contemporary music schools in the world. And, you know, people will talk about not getting a music education because it might stunt the creativity and a whole bag of things, but it was one of the greatest experiences of my life, especially coming out of this kind of structure in Jamaica. I met a lot of people all over the world. A lot of my friends now are doing big major things, singing backgrounds on The Voice, touring with a lot of major artists.
Right.
And it just bridges the gap for the Jamaicans who feel like it's not possible that you can really make it happen. You know?
Well, as you mentioned that, we know, Mario, that you have also performed as background vocals for a few artists in Jamaica. But we're going to be talking about that right after this break because there's so much more we want to touch on with your music career. We know that you also performed on so many stages. But we're going to dive into all of that information in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break, hit you with some music. It's Energy FM. We are with our special guest this morning, Mario Evon, singer, recording artist / doctor.
All right.
Energy FM.
To expound a little bit more on Berkeley.
Right.
Tell me what your direction is. And are you just going to stay in reggae?
Right.
Or do you
So after
venture
this one, you will
out?
come back and
Yeah, that's
back
what I'm
on
coming
the
in.
song, right?
Yeah,
Do
man.
you just stay in reggae?
This
Or
day.
would you venture out to do other
This is the
types
song,
of
right?
genres?
Yeah.
What else can we expect? I want you to talk about your work.
So right. So Berkeley and where we're moving. Berkeley and where we're moving in the future, right?
Well, actually, we wanted to end your interview with what he'll be doing for 2018. Because I see where you're rebranding and remerging as a new fresh artist.
Yes,
so we'll
yes,
pretty
yes.
much end with that. And also, we need to know your social handle.
How we can do those things at the end.
Yeah.
So you want to touch them? Since you want to do that at the end, what do you want to touch right after the break?
Right, that was what I wanted.
Yeah, you want to do?
Just to stem from you being at Berkeley, what can other artists expect? If it's necessary, like you said,
Alright.
to study at Berkeley,
Yeah, man.
or would you recommend a different school?
Yeah. Alright.
Just little things like that.
Yeah, man.
And where do you plan to go? Do you plan on just keeping your music in reggae as that genre, or would you expand your genre to different? What kind of artists would you like to?
And where you practice, so you want to get some.
Yeah, we
Want
all
to get
know
some
your-
patient too. What we say, not music alone, multiple streams of income.
Phylea, so you're going to come in with that? Okay, one thing you can come in with is actually have him first identify his style of music so you can segue into the
I
first
don't know if you hear them something, you know.
Eh?
No, man, I say me there on Instagram, I start telling you that it's alright. So you go sometime when you get a little behind the scenes
That's alright. That's alright.
for the fans, the supporters.
So we're listening right now to his track, which is called This Day.
You can talk about the musicians and where you recorded it
Right.
and so on.
Yes, boy, we like it. Yes.
It is dope. That's what
You
the
can,
business
yeah, you
is about.
know, we could big up the musician. You know?
Tour shots and where you recorded here.
You see how much we have to talk about in what some time?
We're trying to time it.
Yeah, it's right. You still feeling nice and pretty in the morning, yeah? Watch Phylea, I'm back by the way. This is Energy FM. This was formerly. It's Energy.
Energy FM.
Oh, so somebody article them wrong for something. Alright, so Energy FM is Energy FM.
Yes.
What dial is this?
Don't get it confused. 102.1.
It's 102.1, folks. Tell them.
Hey y'all, you're tuned into Energy FM with Mario Evans. You need to tune in right now, hear his interview, hear him live as we discuss all that he's been doing and what he's about to do. Right now you're listening to his new track, This Day, and it is an amazing track. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Of course, that is a beautiful song there from the one and only Mario Evon. And of course, that track was called This Day. A matter of fact, Mario, we want to find out before Phylea dives into the interview and get all up in your business. But tell us, first of all, what is your style of music? Because I like that track. It's nice, smooth, easy flowing.
Nice
but at the
and
same time, we get a little bit of the Bob Marley sound coming from you. So what could you say is your style of music?
In short, it is reggae soul, and it's pretty much the fusion of R&B and reggae. I traditionally was an R&B singer and still am. And then, of course, I'm a Jamaican, so we kind of fuse the reggae with the R&B, and reggae soul is pretty much what this was all about, you know?
Nice. Phylea, it sounds like a babyface kind of meet Bob Marley kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's smooth. I got to tell you. I want to know, though, Mario. I want to know all up in your business, and I'm sure Jamaica wants to know the same. Tell us, when you are recording this music, all the folks that you come in contact with, can you just give us a little bits and pieces? What goes on in the studio? What do you think about when you're recording? All those little juicy bits. We want to find out.
Yeah, well, I'm a songwriter, and at Berkeley I did songwriting and music business. But as a person, a lot of this music is either from my personal experiences, sometimes it's through other people's experiences. This day was really when my brother was getting married. I challenged myself to write a song for his wedding. So that was what this drive was. So this one wasn't even me, but it can probably be my wedding song. It has been other people's wedding songs. So I've actually performed it at a couple of weddings, which is an honor that people would want to actually have my song at their wedding.
Phylea, I should tell you, by the way, that as smooth, nice, and easy as this day is, Mario knows how to get down and dirty a little bit. Because my favorite track on his album is called Soul Tech. You want to tell us about that, Mario?
Well, Soul Tech is actually cleaner than another one on the album called Love in the Morning still, but you can figure out what that's about. Soul Tech is just about meeting someone for the first time and you vibe to them, you know? So it's kind of, it's Soul Tech to them, but in a kind of intimate way.
Oh, that sounds really, really good. And we actually need some of that more of that today. Mario, please let us know, who are some of the people you have worked with? You want to give a shout out?
Yeah, man, let me just shout out to the musicians. Let me shout out to some of the people in the beginning. From the choir days, John Beans, Noel Dexter, the people who made me sing background for them, Benji Myers, Cesar, Alain, the musicians. Let me start thank Rohan Dwyer, studio engineer, vocal, this, everything. Him do all of this album him help me with. This is like a spot question, eh? I can't remember everybody. Denny Greaves, my brother, my friend Elva, will help me with all my music business. We can go on and on, but them know themselves. Thank you for everything.
Well, thank you for all those folks that have been with Mario on his journey. And we are absolutely amazed and honored at this moment to be a part of his journey too. But let me ask a question. I want to throw it in because I like the fusion. I like the mix. I like to get there because so many folks are jumping into our genre as reggae folks. But I want to find out, Mario, is there any possible way in the future that you would actually do other types of genre music?
That's the plan, actually. So I've kind of almost been on a musical hiatus in a way. I've been performing a lot, but not writing a lot. This album came out, it was my brainchild. It came from my heart. It's like a child. But going into next year, I want to actually touch other genres, Afrobeat, anything. I really want to experiment with any and everything and just rebrand and kind of, do some more things where touch the masses.
Before we go on another break, I want to find out, Mario, tell us, what kind of vibe are you looking for your next album?
In summary, I don't know the exact thing. I can't put my finger on it. I'll just say out of the box.
All right.
But still touching reggae, dancehall, Jamaica, and the world,
I like that. So we're going on a break now. You're tuned into Energy FM with me, Lady Phylea, and Razzle Dazzle, Mr. Nick Andrew. And we have our spotlight right here with a Millennial mover, Mario Evon. Over to you, Nick.
We're coming right back. Some more music. And then, of course, we wrap things up with Mario Evon right here on Energy FM.
All right. Very nice.
All right, so...
Okay.
Hits only on Energy FM.
To wrap it up, we're going to take you into... I want to talk about your motivation by me.
Right.
Okay. And lastly, basically, what are the plans for 2018?
Because you're both sharing the microphone, sadly, sorry about that. No, you are good. You're
going up on it.
You're up. I think you have different volume. So try to keep the same distance.
Alright, anything
Oh, can I get this to keep, right?
Yeah, man, most way. This is for the station. No?
Yeah.
I can sign it. Yeah.
I'm wondering
I want
how
you
we
to
could
take a
get to
picture.
play the second track.
Somebody can pop it into that little CD player and play it. Or the boss are going to play Soul Tech.
Switch up the whole thing with glitch and freeze.
Let me give a try.
I wish you could play Soul Tech.
Try put it in his computer and play
That's my
something.
Right, so take the song.
What then? You have to go through Suzette with that. Yeah, but you rip it home and put it on. No.
And you don't have enough time, you know?
Play it from either one of the two computers if anything. As long as they have a CD.
That's adult proof in a boy.
Energy FM. Energy FM.
I'm gonna send her a message and ask her if I can play it one more.
Why?
Because I don't wanna be in trouble on Monday.
Email it
I'm
to me.
playing Love in the Morning.
I got downloaded from the email here.
Alright, so do that. Rip it and
Nick, send this to boy. Or no, it's big though.
that way the next time you come on to talk,
I
then
don't
we
have
can
it.
play the second
Eh?
track.
I don't have it.
You don't have it in it.
That's what you're coming for, but they don't wanna let you in it. You drop your back to the floor and you asking what's happening.
You want to go motivation by me first and then
She sips the
how much time we
Coca-Cola.
have?
She can't tell the difference
Minute and a
yet.
half.
Left in the interview? That's right.
She can't tell the difference yet.
102.1, 102.5, and 102.9.
She can't tell the
Energy FM. Energy FM.
She can't tell the difference yet.
Phylea, what them call it? Just Phylea. He said just Phylea, baby. Energy FM.
Energy FM.
You ready, boy? We'll soon come back in. See? Last segment. Thanks for tuning in. Mario Evon right here. So 2018, look out for me again here. I'm not old, I'm not cool. Nah, reaching time. Take to your baby.
Alright, ready? Concise and out, right?
Concise and out.
Concise and out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and right.
The time is now 11:15 are right here in Energy FM with the man himself, Mario Evon, and I'm your lady host, Lady Phylea, and we have Mr. Razzle Dazzle, Nick Andrews.
Of course, we're keeping the energy locked right here on Energy FM. We are making it happen. And so Evon, of course, setting his mark right here in Jamaica as one of the top recording artists, yes, as a young millennial. Right, Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some persons want to debate that, but it's all right. Of course, not only are you in the music fraternity, but you are in the medical field as well. But another thing that some folks may not know is that they can actually check you out on IG. You've got a weekly IG blog that's actually called Motivation by Me. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, man, I started doing weekly motivations for 2017. From January, come straight down, and we're coming up to the end. But pretty much just want to encourage a positive vibe to people. Really short videos. So go at Mario Evon. That's MarioEvon. Everything on my social media is Mario Evon, except for Facebook, which is Mario Evon Music.
All right. And of course, I think you are in your 47th week out of 52. Am I correct?
Yeah, we're kind of behind a little bit because we're really in our week 49 right now, but we're going to catch up.
All right, so you owe us two. No problem. You've got to double up for next week.
Exactly.
But finally, Mario, a matter of fact, 2018, we know you have been holding it down for a few years. 2015 was a big year for you with the release of your album. But what's the plan for 2018? Are we going to be seeing a lot more and hearing a lot more of Mario Evon?
I mean, the aim is always to get better and bigger and just do more. So I kind of going to take a little period of time to really focus on kind of rebranding and coming up with something fresh and new, you know? Y'all see them song by Tessellated, Pine and Ginger and all them tune, they will have this nice vibe. And them just nice and simple and catchy and them work. And, you know, every artist should aim to create some content that really works. So, yeah, back at it.
Mario, before we go, tell everybody Jamaica wants to know where can they find you?
All right, the website is marioevon.com. All social media at Mario Evon. So I'm on everything: Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter. Google me. I did it.
All right, and there you have it. Jamaica, we want to thank our special guest, Mario Evon, young millennial, inside, of course, our main feature right here, Millennial Movers, who are making a big impact on the Jamaican society. And he is doing this, of course, not only through the medical field, but also with his music. We're going to be tuning in next week again, where you can meet another young Jamaican who is indeed making their mark on the national scene. In the meantime, we're going to be throwing it right back to DJ Boyd. And of course, Lady Phylea is also ready to take the energy up one more time for you. What do you say, Phylea?
Oh, and I'm just going to give them a reminder. In case you forgot, the debut album launch. The name of the album is Reggae Soul Volume 1, Me on Love. And if you want to know some of the releases from that, is Soul Tech, which is his debut single.
My favorite.
You Used to Love Me, the second one. And This Day, which is the latest release leading up to the album launch on May 9th. Wait, 2015. What happened in 2015?
It happened.
But I gotta say, it's an amazing album. Check it out. Check him out. Find him, marioevon.com, just right here on Energy FM.
I was
Energy
coming out, but
Energy
you said I was done. I started off.
It was done. Yeah, man, thanks, Nick. Big up energy here. Bless up. Listen to them station 102. Beer things and all these things. Bash down, bro.
Big hits only.
on Energy FM.
Bring your show line on Saturday. Later, people.
Let me see you working.